Hello and welcome to another Reggies Beers, Wines and Spirits review. So, tonight I'm going to be reviewing this fella. The 5 Points Brewing Company. And double dry hopped IPA, 6.2% ABV. A collaboration with Lost and Grounded Brewers. And a lot of this collaboration stuff going on at the moment, and it's interesting that it's getting through to the shops as well, because you see it on Facebook where they make collaboration brews, but obviously unless you go to their pubs, the likelihood of you seeing it is very low. With this, obviously it's going into shops, because most of my beers are bought from shops, so you know it's a good thing. A double dry hopped India Pale Ale hopped with Australian hops, Ella and Via Secret. Or Vic Secret, sorry, for punchy flavours of tropical fruit and grapefruit. And then it tells you about the company. The 5 Points Brewing Company is an independent brewery based in Hackney in East London. This IPA is brewed with our friends Lost and Grounded to celebrate the spirit of collaboration and creativity. Well played to both. Alright, let's give it a go. So, not a bad day today. Not quite as hot as they said it was going to be. That does seem to be the thing. You get the sun comes out in the morning, and then all of a sudden you go in. I went in the hot tub today twice, in fact. Hour and a half in the hot tub. Oh, beautiful. Don't know if my electric bill will think the same, but so massive, massive citrus and grapefruit aroma, and as you can tell, a hazy golden pour with a big white head. That is a big head. You can't beat a big head. Bloody hell, the foam is really quite intense. The foam is. Have you ever noticed that with some beers? That you try and get through to the beer itself, that they what's up with this bloody seat? That the foam is actually more intense than the beer. Right. So I've got the citrus, I've got the grapefruit, and then I've got vanilla, like a Neapolitan vanilla type taste to it. Okay, different. Quite a nice beer, nice, different flavours coming through. Now, I'm sure 99%, 90%, I don't know. I got this from Tesco's on a free £3 for a can. Something like that. And I follow a lot of Nottingham breweries. I follow a lot of breweries on Facebook, you know, and there's a brewery shop in Nottingham called adventurebeer.com. And they sell beers UK wide, and if you're lucky to live in Nottingham, or deliver them to your door, which is great for if you don't want to go out, if you're self-isolating, because let's be fair, at the moment it's scary as hell going out. But anyway, there's about 12 to 15 breweries, local breweries within a 30-40 mile radius that he gets his beers from. He, I presume it's a he. And he sells them at the price you'd expect, £3 a bottle. And somebody the other day was saying, I'm going to report you because you're selling them beers at too high a price, you're robbing people. And somebody else commented before me, and I kind of says to him, what you don't understand is, breweries will sell beers. Yes, I'd rather pay a cheaper price. But I understand that breweries, when they're selling to the supermarkets come in, they'll barter for a price. The supermarkets will say, I want 200,000 bottles, we're going to pay you £1.20, £1.50 a bottle. Something along them lines. I ain't got a clue what they're paying. And but everyone's got to make money, otherwise no one's in it, you know. So they're going to make a lot of money because they're going to sell a lot of produce. Because you're going in to buy 1, 2 or maybe a case of bottles, you're going to get them at a certain price. That certain price is somewhere around the £3 mark. Nurseries, like there's a nursery near me that sells, I need a shave as well. There's a nursery near me that sells beers, and I've got the beers from Northern Ireland for £1.60, 4 for £6 deal, something like that. I go up there, they're £4. But I know that one, they're buying them, one, and then also they've got to make profit. Otherwise, what's the use of selling? You might as well not bother. So, like this adventure beer, he's trying to make a living. He's also supporting local breweries, and you've got to understand that. He's not selling toilet rolls for £10 a pack like a lot of these bloody shops have been doing, although now the supermarkets are back up to full strength. So now everybody who's been robbed or you can now say to these little shops that did it, and it was primarily little shops, up yours, mate. Don't ever take the piss out of the British public. And it was amazing that a lot of the shops, no, I'm not going to go down that route, but it was amazing to see councillors from Leicester and Derby saying, we're coming after you. When this is all done and dusted, we know who you are, we're coming after you, and we will do our best to put you out of business. And the way he said it was like, wow, now that's the way to deal with them. But anyway, back to this local shop. Yeah, we have a local shop near us, and they sell countrywide. And now he's taking he's delivering for as little as £15, an order of £15, and he's delivering. And he's charging no money for delivery if you're in a certain radius of his shop. And luckily, I'm NG5, which is Sherwood, Nottingham, and he must be close because I'm sure it says NG5 as well. NG5 is quite a big area, to be fair, but obviously not that far to get a delivery. Anyway, back to the beer in question. Yeah. Good to hear that our man Boris is still stable in hospital. We don't want to lose a leader of the country at this moment in time, especially a leader that's a good leader, whatever your political persuasion is. And great to hear that clinical trials have started, because the quicker we get clinical trials, the quicker we get some sort of vaccine or some sort of tablets, then the quicker we can come out of lockdown and go back to normal lives, knowing that if we come down with this, we can go to the shop, hopefully, and buy said tablets, because the tablets that some of the remedies they're working on are actually already approved. It's just that they need to sort out the dosage to give to you if you come down with this. So, drink to that. I want to go on holiday in October. I'll need a holiday. And back to normality. I mean, a few more weeks of lockdown is not a bad thing really for me, because I'm getting paid for it. But then when it starts going too far, and my wife, she's struggling. And I'm sure people out there who watch these videos, you've got relatives, family members you haven't seen. I mean, we haven't seen our little grandson now for 3 weeks, and you see him on camera, but he looks at the camera and he's like, fuck you. You don't come around to see me, because I don't understand. Whereas kids of my son's age at 9, he understands. Kids understand a hell of a lot more than what you think. But I mean, my wife, she didn't go to work. She looked after my 9-year-old, and she looked after the baby, the grandson. But she now is basically confined to the house because she has asthma, and obviously we know that this thing goes for your lungs. So, and like she used to do running, exercise, well, everything's out the window. She don't like really running on her own, and I can understand that, because Nottingham, cities, there's a lot of evil people out there, weirdos, and especially now, because a lot of people have got more time on their hands, and it's a worry. I'd go running with her, but after half a mile I'd be shagged dead. Anyway, back to the beer. So now it's settling down. It's got a nice taste to it, and I'm getting the citrus, I'm getting the grapefruit, but I'm also getting that like a Neapolitan vibe coming through. Am I right? Am I wrong? I don't know. It's a clean glass, by the way, before anybody comments. But I'm definitely getting it. I've had nothing to eat this afternoon. I had egg and mushroom sandwich earlier, And that's about 4 or 5 hours ago now, because I was peckish. And since then, I've had nothing to eat or anything, or drink. Obviously, I've put a new rosé wine brew on in the background here. Let me show you. There you go. That can, there. Hold on, which way is it? There. Apple wine still bubbling away. It's clear in there, and that's a good sign. It means once the bubbles stop, and because it's quite warm in the beer room, it's 20 degrees in there now, it's lovely. Because it's quite warm in the beer room, that should ferment out quite quickly, which I'm glad, because I want it out the bloody barrel so I can start the white wine. But here with the rosé wine, that's already starting. That's a good thing. And I've got a lid that's cracked, which does hamper the fermentation a bit, because you don't know whether it's fermented or not, because some of the stuff's coming out through there instead of coming out through the airlock, which is a pain. So I need to get myself a new bucket, but while I can still brew with it, I don't mind. Yeah, and that's where we go on that. So interesting days. So I'm going to have a shed load of wine soon. Yeah. Just need to remember not to get too pissed up on it, because we're back. Yeah, I'll get a bollocking off the wife, and that's not a good thing. Yeah, she's putting up with me at the moment, bless her. Yeah, I suppose it's a case of having to, isn't it? We're all putting up with a lot, aren't we, at the moment? It's sad to hear about people in relationships where somebody's abusing somebody. Nah. Mental, physical abuse, you know. And if anybody's out there who is doing that to their wives or children, look at yourself. Take a good look at yourself. Change the way you are. No need for it. You know, the best person to be critical of oneself is yourself. Look in the mirror. Say to yourself, am I in the wrong? Be honest with yourself. If you are in the wrong, change what you're doing. Apologise. Grovel. Because if you've been a dickhead, and this applies to men and women as well, because it's not just all men that are arseholes, they're also not. But, you know, changing the way you are for your kids' futures. Put yourself, the way I see it, I put myself in other people's positions. Would I like to be talked to like that? Would I like somebody hitting me? Would I like the mental or physical abuse? No. And if that's the case, change what you're doing. Everyone can change, just with it, like that. God, I can't do it. But you know, you understand, you can change. We can all change. Change is within all of us. We're all changing at the minute, because a lot of us aren't going out. We're all stopping at home. But we're doing it because we know that it's bloody serious. And for the idiots out there who don't believe it's serious, especially that one who commented on one of my videos a few videos ago, that you're dreaming, mate. Yeah. You don't have to look on TV to see what's happening. Yeah, there's conspiracy theories. I get the conspiracy theories about it. I understand that. I've watched X-Files as well, and I believe it probably came out of a lab originally, but no one knows. The governments of this world are never going to admit it, because if you, as a government, admitted that it came from a lab, it would bring down governments. It would cause world shaking events, you know. So it's not going to happen. Governments, heads of governments, will clam together to make sure that never happened. There may be whistleblowers who think they can bring that out, but if that was the case, but yeah. Hey, don't these reviews go on some tangents, eh? Yeah, and then see, look at we're nowhere near there yet. But hey, you've got weeks of lockdown. Let's chat. I wish I could do a YouTube live, because we'd have a right good laugh and talk shit to the camera. People would call me, and I'm alright for being called. I don't mind that. Banter's good, you know, banter in the right way anyway. I mean, I've worked with some characters over the years, and me myself, I'm a character myself. I always did it, but I never meant to hurt anybody in the way I was. But near the knuckle, well, that's just how it is, isn't it? Or your mates, you know, you get near the knuckle. I mean, I've had the piss took out of me brutally over the years, but then I've been as brutal back to them when the time comes and when the strength comes back to me. So back to the beer. This is a really nice tasting beer. It's got good aroma, good taste, nice strength, and I'm still getting that Neapolitan thing. Don't ask me where. I've had no strawberries, I've had no chocolate or vanilla, but I'm getting a Neapolitan vibe to it. I must remember when I write down the description later. But what it is, it's a very decent pint. 5 Points Brewing Company. I can't say I've had one of their beers before, and fair play to you. It's a damn good beer. The same for Lost and Grounded Brewers. Yeah, brilliant collaboration beer. And these sort of beers I love. I love them quirky beers. That peanut butter stouts. A lot of the beers that you don't see in the big supermarkets often. And this is where Tesco's in some ways have been good, because some of their beers you just haven't seen before. And I mean, really, all the supermarkets are doing their best to get the craft beer generation to buy their beers. I think Sainsbury's are probably the worst at it, if I'm being honest. I think Morrison's, then Tesco's, then Asda, then Sainsbury's, out of the big four at least. Can't really put Aldi and Lidl in that, because they only have certain selections. Marks and Spencer's have a good range as well, but most of them are brewed exclusively for Marks and Spencer's, which is all right, but it kills the wideness that these beers can go. You know, you're only stuck to brewed exclusively for a certain brand. That is really nice. I can't fault it enough. And I know there's a lot of cloudy beers these days. A lot of people don't like cloudy beers, but it doesn't bother me in the slightest. If it smells good, tastes good, does it really matter what it looks like? You know. I'm still getting that Neapolitan vibe. I don't know where it's coming from. It doesn't say nothing about Neapolitan on there, but that's what I'm getting. So, golden pour, hazy golden pour, whitehead. On the aroma, citrus, grapefruit. On the taste, citrus, grapefruit, and Neapolitan. Don't ask me why. It's just what I can taste. So, if you see this in the shop and you buy it, or you've already tried it, let me know. Did you get the same? Because, or am I just being wacky? I've just got some taste in my mouth that I can't get rid of. And my last review was a cider, which was all apples, and that was hours ago. So, from 5 Points Brewing Company, in collaboration with Lost and Grounded Brewers, we have this double dry dropped IPA. It hasn't got a name to it. Anyway, great aroma, great taste, some lovely flavours, and a nice strength. Out of 5. 4.6 out of 5. That was lovely. Well worth trying. Hence the long review as well. Although I did go off and talk shite for half the review, but that's me. I'm sorry. I do apologise. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. You know, we all get into the nitty gritty of this now, and you know, I don't want to hear about anybody getting this and being ill. I've had 4 members of the family and the wider family. 3 have either got it and getting over it slowly. 1 has passed away. So without a shadow of a doubt, you know, I know how serious it is. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for all the people that subscribe. and see you soon. Cheers.